Hello, techies. Hope you all are doing great. I am Malik Junaid Ur Rahman, your host for today's session, and a very warm welcome to Brain Behind Bytes. As we are discussing about agents, how agents work, how agents communicate. Now, let's understand how agents memorize things. Are they sharp enough or are they dumb enough? Let's understand with agent sessions. Our today's topic is agent sessions. Now, what is an agent session? Today's topic is agent session. Now let's understand what is an agent session. As we all know, agent is our virtual helper. We give him task, it does it for us. Now what is a session? Let's understand it. Let's say, for instance, for instance, you are sending a prompt to whom? You're sending a prompt to the agent. For example, user. Hi. You are saying hi and you're saying your name. I am Sam. And agent is saying, hi Sam. And after this is your one-way conversation. Right. Now, once if you have refreshed the chart or you have opened the new chart and again if you ask the agent, what is my name? Then agent will be blank. Agent can't remember. Chart is completely erased from agent's memory. This is known as a session. Session is a one continuous conversation between user and agent in one continuous conversation. Before you refresh the chart or you restart the kernel or you open a new chart, everything will be stored in that particular session or exchange of conversations. This is known as a session. Now let's understand what happens in this. There are two type of sessions. One is stateful session, one is stateless session. The condition which we have discussed so far of forgetting things after you restart something is known as stateless session. Like it's a one-way conversation. You ask the agent input, it gives output. You ask the agent input, it gives output. You give the input, it gives output. And once you refresh it, it can't remember. There is no conversation between you and agent. It's just you're asking something, it is giving something. That's it. Coming to stateful agent, here we can see the state. State is a thing which is storage of data, storage of data. Agent stores the data of a previous conversations and gives replies depending on that. This is a stateful conversation. The best example I would like to give you all about this is, one second. The best example of this of stateless conversation is, if you remember when in the olden days you used to, in the olden mobile phones or even today when you book a gas, when you go for a gas booking online, then you call the toll free number and they say one for English, but two for Telugu, three for Hindi. In that fashion, imagine once after pressing 3 for Hindi, the call is disconnected. And again, if you call to that number, it will again start from the beginning and it will ask for 2 for Telugu, 3 for Hindi. So this is a stateless agent which doesn't remember. Once the conversation has ended, it doesn't remember anything about you. One comes a stateful agent. Let's take an example as Google Assistant. If you tell that, hey Google, just put an alarm for 4 p.m., it will remember that and it will store it in the state and it will remind you that and it will book an alarm for you and it will remind you at 4 p.m. that you are having so and so work. This is a stateful agent and this is stateless agent. An agent which cannot remember anything about you once the session have expired or once session have been restarted or once the kernel have been restarted, that is known as a stateless agent. An agent which stores all the details which you have discussed so far in his or her in its memory is known as a stateful agent. The best example is ChatGPT. As you all know that when you give something information, whether it be 1 month back or 1 year back, it always remember everything. What you have given, what's in name, what are you doing, what are you discussing. Depending on that only, if you ask feedback for ChatGPT, it will give the related feedback depending on a charge. These are known as two types of agents, and one session is divided into two parts. Session session is divided into two parts. One is event, and other is state. State can be like a scratch pad of agent. Agent, scratch pad, scratch pad. Let's imagine if we have said, my name is Malik and I am a student. So what that agent will do, it will store that information in a key and value format. For example, that is user name Malik, occupation student. In this fashion, an agent stores the information to remember it. What is an event? Event is nothing but it's a building block of a conversation. What is a building block conversation? You are user, you ask something, this is the agent, it gives a reply to it. And then if you ask for a tool call, if your prompt requires any tools to be interpreted, then it goes for API, then it goes for websites, and then it gives tool output. It gives you the output of so and so link or so and so website or so and so PPT or so on. This is the difference. Session is made up of two things. One is event and other is one is event and other is state. Event is nothing but a building block of a session and state is nothing but a how it stores the information discussed in the event. State stores the information discussed in an event. This is known as a session. And next, let's understand this in the form of an example. For example, let's say that session is a notebook. Session is a notebook containing the whole information of the one conversation. What are events? Events are the individual entries in the book. One session, there can be multiple sessions, multiple users. So to store that, to understand that, we are using session service. This is a filling cabinet. See here we are having cabinet. What we are storing in the cabinet? Multiple books. What is one book? One book is one session. So this session service is used to store multiple sessions in it so that our session or our agent remembers the information clearly and concisely. And we are having runner. This is nothing but a orchestrator which manages the whole information of sessions, assistant managing of a conversation. Session service is nothing but a storing cabinet of notebook. Events are individual entries in the notebook. In this way, an agent session works. An agent session consists of two things. There are two types of agents. First, before going to agent session, two types of sessions. One is stateful session and stateless session. In stateless session, no information is stored, no information is remembered. In stateful session, information is stored in the form of state. State is nothing but a key value mapping of an agent for the information. Whatever information you are discussing in the event, it maps in the form of key and value pairs. In this way, agent memory works. This agent session is a short-term agent session is short-term memory. And in coming session, we will discuss about agent memory, which is a long-term memory. So this was all about agent session. I hope everything is clear to you. Thank you for your patient listening, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with your loved ones. Thank you.